The following segment is sponsored by the Economic Security Project.
A new report shows that infant care now costs more than in-state college tuition in 41 states, and in many areas, childcare exceeds mortgage or rent payments. Natalie Foster, president of the Economic Security Project, joins us to discuss the report and ways to make childcare more affordable and accessible for all families. Welcome to the show, Natalie.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Great to see you. Okay, what does this new report tell us about the state of childcare in this country?
It tells us that childcare in this country is broken, that families spend more on childcare than in-state college tuition or their homes. You know, infant care in Utah alone costs 78% more than in-state tuition for a four-year public college. And we also know that the median childcare worker in Utah would have to spend 42% of their earnings to put their own child in infant care. So families can't afford the care who need it, and child care providers can't afford lower wages and barely make ends meet. That is the definition of a broken market.
Sure.
But it doesn't have to be this way. This report is laying out a vision for universal, public, and affordable childcare that we could build across this country and make it a lot easier for families.
Absolutely. Okay, why is universal public childcare needed now more than ever?
Because left to its own devices, families are just scraping it together. They're calling aunts and uncles, they're figuring it out, or they're not. And they're not going back to work, right? It may not pencil out for families. And in fact, over the last few weeks, we've seen reports showing that a number of women in particular are stepping out of the workforce because they can't afford childcare. That ripples out across the American economy. That's bad for local businesses, local economies. It's bad for everyone if people can't afford childcare.
Definitely. And how would your recommendations improve affordability and quality?
Well, it would say we are making as a nation a big investment in childcare as a system. We're going to make it public. We're going to make it universal so that no matter where you live, your race, religion, or zip code, you can access childcare and that it's affordable, if not free. We're already doing this in New Mexico. New Mexico is a state that has guaranteed childcare for every kid in the state. They're figuring it out. They're figuring out the model. They know what works. And that's the kind of thing we can scale across the country.
That would be so amazing. And what are the economic consequences of not addressing childcare access and cost?
Well, the economic consequences of not addressing this are huge. It means people have to drop out of the workforce and can't go back to work. That has a huge impact on the economy, on local economies, and that's the kind of thing we should avoid.
Definitely. Hopefully we can secure that solution. Where can we go for more information?
Well, to see the vision for affordable, universal, and public childcare, you can go to economicsecurityproject.org.
Amazing. Thank you for all you are doing, Natalie. We appreciate you. Great to see you. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Thanks.